Today we'll have a Zen story, The Enlightened Man. Shogen asked, why does the enlightened man not stand on his feet and explain himself? And he also said, it is not necessary for speech to come from the tongue. Asha came with her husband to meet me. She just got married. She was visually challenged. And recently, due to COVID, both the parents, father and mother, both expired. She was the eldest of the family. After the parents died, she got this sighted person and she got married. She's coming and telling me her people are not cooperating with her. That is the main house which she's holding on, etc., etc. I told Asha, you are staying very near to the international airport and you see the aeroplanes coming down and taking off. We call it as plane coming down, plane going on. Have you seen the plane? The plane, yes. So keep two planes in your mind. One plane is complain. Another one is explain. If you have two planes in your mind, you will always know that Guruji said that complain and explain. Never complain, Asha, and never explain to your sisters or relatives. Your duty is like Sidhu, every day make a call to your sisters. They are younger ones, almost like you. Your daughters, they all got married much before you. They never studied. You have completed your graduation from Rakum school, entered into a good government job. And it was a late marriage. But now you have to take the position of your daddy and mommy. In such a situation, whether they lift the telephone, Sidhu was telling, even if my sister lift up the telephone or not, I keep on calling till she lifts it up. Morning, afternoon, evening at 4 times every day. That was a success story, keeping the family together. Yes. The strength, the communication gap is the greatest hurdle of any development. Do not complain and do not explain. Shogen asked, why does the enlightened man not stand on his feet and explain himself? The enlightened man, when you go and ask him, what is an enlightened? Why does enlightened man? Let us go into that. Enlightened man. People are thinking enlightened man is something who is a great man, who walks and talks like a great emperor. When you start Zen, mountains are mountains, rivers are rivers, valleys are valleys. They are exactly like that. As you progress in your life, when you get a bigger job, a bigger position, then mountains are no more mountains, rivers are no more rivers, valleys are no more valleys. You don't even respect your seniors, your parents, your gurus. All these are rubbish. God is not there. Where are the temples? All is stupid and I am the only one. That ego, the selfishness reaches the second stage. In the advanced stage, Zen says, again the rivers are rivers, valleys are rivers, valleys, mountains are mountains again. And that's the third stage, you again look deeper. Yes, that observation power comes and you understand the beauty of the rivers, valleys and mountains. You start loving the family, the friends, the gurus, and you know everything which came out from the mouth, even for a smallest kid, the smile, you will go catch the feet and lick it, put the feet right into your mouth. I've seen many times. Mummies and all doing on the baby kids. So much love. There is no thing. Yes, the way. Why does the enlightened man is just like that? You go and ask the enlightened man, what is Zen? And he says, when I'm eating food, I'm eating food. Is that an answer? Father John was one such thing. We went to buy cows from the Ashivana Ashrama in Kengiri. I, Lakshmi Venkatesh, and Stalin, who was a Keltron chairman, and others. We went And I think Lakshmi English asked Father John, Father, this grass, is it very good for the cows? And Father said, oh, if I explain to you this one, you'll ask me another question. I will not explain. And everybody is shocked. Because they are asking for the sake of asking. They have a hidden agenda, Father thought, and it can be true also. I just walked with Father. Father walked inside. I never opened my mouth. They were all standing near the gate. I kept on walking. They didn't walk behind the Father. And as we went into the Goshala, Father saw some goats and he went and touched and played with them. And he started explaining to me. Then he started explaining about the cows and he kept on explaining. I kept on just listening. Yes. It's just like the boy who came from Hokkaido, went to Kotoke Zen Master's monastery. He knocked the door, it seems. The master opened the door. And the boy asked, what, can I come all the way from Hokkaido to learn Zen? Master shut the door. The boy couldn't understand. He went back. Again, he came back after some days and he knocked the door. Master opened and said, can you teach me Zen? Master held on to his dress, dragged him to the first floor and pushed him outside the window. He fell down and broke his hands and legs. The boy was in the hospital for 6 months. He came back after 6 months. He again went to the door. He knocked at the door. The master opened the door. He bowed. Master bowed. Master walked. He walked behind. He stayed with Master for 12 years and became one of the greatest masters. Yes. Why does an enlightened man not stand on his feet and explain himself? For your question, do you have a question? If you had a question, did you peep into your question? If you have peeped into your question, then there is a feel, smell, taste, touch and see. Then where is the problem with your wife and your children and your husband and your children and the family and the joint family and the family tree? If you had asked your question to yourself, like Ramana Maharshi said, ask who am I? Yes. If you have known that, there is no questions, only answers are there. Neither answers are also there. It is just. And it is just, you cannot explain what is it just. Is it an answer? Is it a question? Why does enlightened man not stand on his feet and explain himself? Do not complain, do not explain. Yes. If you are truthfully sweating it out, that power man, to roar like 1,000-man warrior, then the belief, do not tell we can wipe out tears. This is your karma. Did you prove as a leader, as a Swamiji? Did you prove as a saint, as a teacher, that your house had got solar and rainwater harvesting? Did you prove that thick sweet, not a drop to be spilled outside your plate? Not a drop, because in every one drop there is millions of ideas. If you do not know to save that one drop, you cannot save anything. Like Mahatma Gandhi told Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, if you cannot give respect to one pencil, you will not be able to give attention to one person in India. How do you take care of the whole of India? Then people will call you, from Prime Minister, they'll call you Crime Minister. Are we also criminal? Or are we in the prime of guiding? And he also said it is not necessary for speech to come from the tongue. You walk the talk. Yes, your dance talks. Your walk talks. Your smile says 1,000 things. Yes. Why should a speech come from the tongue? Speech doesn't have to come from the tongue. Yes. Neither silence also. The way people think by silence you understand anything. No. Silence of your karma, you got deep involvement. The deep involvement, the orgasmic experience, the feel of your warming up and the stretching, that you touch every part of your wife and husband to when you make love. You look deep down. It might take half an hour, 1 hour before you could even make love. The deep, intimate relationship with your tree, the bear hug, yes, is called the tree therapy. Talking to your pet animals, they understand the language of the sound, the variation of the sound. That It's not from the tongue, it is from your deepest core. Shogen asked, why does the enlightened man not stand on his feet and explain himself? Do not complain and do not explain. And he also said, it is not necessary speech to come from the tongue. It comes from your way you walk like a thousand men walk.